So, all joking aside, I don't know about anyone else, and apologies if you weren't at this morning's meeting. It sounds like a secret club, doesn't it? But it really, really has got me thinking a lot today about where some of us are on our journey. And in particular, sorry, the Tiger Lily's getting involved today. And in particular, I was really thinking about Joe's point that Joe made about a week or two ago about the fact that, if she loses all the weight, what she got, how does that stop her being miserable, or what can, she's got nothing to sort of blame anymore, and maybe we have to take a little bit of responsibility. Those weren't Joe's words at that point, they're mine. And in particular, I was thinking about what Leonie was sharing, and also as well what Suzanne was sharing about the fact that what is it that's getting in our way? Is there something that we're maybe afraid of? Is there something, this new person that's emerging? Maybe we don't know them so well yet, and maybe we're a little bit afraid of them. I don't know. I'm just putting that out there, and just wondering what it is that makes us. We know what we want, but do we know how to get there? And actually, have we really spent the time thinking about what that's going to look like, what that's going to sound like, and what that's going to feel like when we can drive home, or we can come home on a Friday night and not head for the wine and not head for those things? And I think the other thing as well to remember is this is about forever living, and it's not about you can never have chocolate again. So I wonder if, a little bit like Elaine shared this morning, that she doesn't want to do the detox again. Yes, she's had Christmas, and yes, she had a holiday, but the thought of doing the detox again was making her feel like she was starting all over again, and she absolutely wasn't. All she was doing was retuning herself a little bit, going back to what was working for her in order to just lose a few holiday pounds, which a lot of that as well is just bloat from eating the carbs and drinking the wine and basically having a good time with family and friends. So I think there is quite a lot to think about in terms of just where are you at and where do you want to be. And maybe as well, one of the things that I've certainly discussed previously with in change management, because fundamentally that's what this is, and that's why I keep sharing a lot of business models as well, because this is Project You, and I'm working with a big group of intelligent, switched on women until we get to food. And bloody Maltesers going, oh, we won't talk about the bunnies. We're not going to mention the bunnies ever again. I'm sure we will, and I'll come back to the bunnies because there was a valid point that I thought of there. But this is a project, so it has timelines. And one of the key things for running any successful project is contingencies and practicing, and to use a good Toyota phrase, to Kaizen, to do something, to check how it works, then to reflect on it, and to also, make improvements and move forward. And the other key thing to think about when it comes to project management, and particularly managing change, is it's really important to celebrate your history, because your history is what's brought you to where you are today, and you can't change that. You can't turn back the clock. And maybe we all just need to stop for a moment. It's Valentine's on Friday, and it's Valentine's is about love. It's about sharing. Maybe it's time just to show some love to the you that's got you to where you are today, to thank you for all the great times that you've had, all the amazing memories, all the people you've met, you've lost and loved along the way. But more importantly, just to celebrate where you are, and maybe use that as an opportunity to say thank you, and to put that person to rest, to allow them to safely wave you onto your future way. Again, just something to think about. And like everything I share, it's always about taking from me what serves you well and leaving with me that what doesn't. So I hope you take some time this week to reflect and to get excited, and to think about what's, where you are and where you want to be. And in particular, if you haven't done so already, to use that visualization exercise that's in the files as a real opportunity to focus on what will you see, what will you hear, and what will you feel when you achieve whatever it is that you've set out to do, because that's what will keep you going. And I think, this morning when Suzanne shared that, the Friday night wine, well, no, she shared it in a post. So if you haven't read it, just find Suzanne Khalid and check on her and check on what she had to say today. And that, again, really inspiring. We are working with such a group of inspiring women who are prepared to push through and not just say, oh, it doesn't work, I can't do this, who are taking the time to sit back and reflect. And what Suzanne said is, she's losing a Saturday. She's losing a Saturday through her own actions on a Friday night. And she doesn't want to do that anymore. And maybe that's taken a bit of time to get there, and a few circles round and round and round the magical merry-go-round that we're on, but she's got there. And now, as with all of us, the key is, what are you going to do when you discover that revelation, when that light bulb switches on? Do you stand startled in its light, or do you think, wow, there's somewhere for me, I can now see where it is I want to head? Anyway, keep sharing as well all the amazing recipes. We're rocking the world with our recipes. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm so proud and so pleased. And last night when somebody said to me, oh, are you leaving now? Where are you going? Why? And I said, well, I've got work in the morning, I've got classes. And someone said, on a Sunday morning, is there not an easier way to earn a living? Well, trust me, I don't earn a living. I get up every day and I just have the best time ever. And it's all because of the people that I get to work with and the opportunity I get to be me. So anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, or if you read this on Monday, and more importantly, prep, and keep learning the lessons. I think we're all starting to realise this isn't 28 days. This is about breaking habits and just coming back to the bunnies. I will go in a minute. We've not had an Easter yet. So, we've got to work our way through that. They say it takes 2 years to embed a new lifestyle. For 2 years is when you can determine that a diet is successful. We're only 4 months in. Some of us aren't even in 28 days in. So let's give ourselves a break and know that we're going to just keep on enjoying every revelation and sharing with each other. Anywho, off to have my walk with my boy. Take care.